Hello, welcome to Woodline Tracking. It's a very hot day here in Ohio. I'm going to start this off with a joke for you all. Two Amish men would sit there and they were talking, and the one Amish man asked the other Amish man, "How come we don't have the corona problem?" And the one Amish guy thought about it and he goes, "Well, because we don't have social media." Alright, on a serious note, I hope you all are well. I'm going to talk to you guys today about what we need to do as Christian warriors to save our republic. And this is a serious matter. We as the church has failed. Pastors, chaplains, ministers, everybody, we have failed. We have not kept we have not kept our covenant with God. We have not produced spirit-filled men and women that bear fruit and that are for God. We need to rise up as the church to stand up for our rights that is given to us by the Constitution and become spirit-filled Christian warriors. It's sad, but that's where we're at, because it's called, a Christian is called to be different than the pagan. And it's sad when I mostly meet people and talk to them, they might say they're Christian, but I don't see nothing different out of them than a pagan. It's kind of sad, because that's what happened to us now, is we've lost our covenant of God, and God's allowing all this crazy stuff to go on, such as, it's like we live in a Mel Brooks movie, the crazy things that are going on. People are so afraid and panicking. Why is everybody so afraid? If God's on your side, what are you to be afraid of? God's in control. Where's your faith at? And I think a lot of people, when it comes to Judgment Day, is going to be totally surprised where they end up. And I'm just saying this out of love, because like Matthew 7:21-23 says, "Not everyone who says to me, 'Lord, Lord,' will enter the kingdom of heaven, but the ones who does the will of my Father is the ones who will enter the kingdom of heaven." I screwed it up a little bit, but you guys got my point. So that means bearing fruit, like John 15 says, "I am the true vine. My Father keeps the vineyard. He cuts off the branches in me that bears no fruit." So you got to look at yourself. And I think here in America, we became way too soft and way too more worried about this, and want to watch a post game or watch a football game instead of spending time studying the Bible and becoming one with God and praying to God and letting God lead us and guide us. Just because you walk down an aisle or said a prayer doesn't necessarily mean you'll get grace. You'll get grace if you're the vine, you've been grafted in. If you haven't, you won't get grace. That means you got to keep the Torah. You got to keep the law. If you're not actively trying to keep God's laws, and because you want to, because He's the Almighty and the supreme power, I really doubt if you have grace or not. And again, if your life is no different than a pagan's life, why should God let you in? You're just a pagan that walked down an aisle. So if we want to save this republic, we need godly Christian warriors to step up and renew the covenant of God and obey God and follow God and have a relationship with God. That means spending time with God. Alright, sorry about that. We had a little issue here to deal with, but we're back on track. So, godly men got us our freedom. Godly men, Christian warriors, kept our freedom. Now we need Christian godly warriors to keep our freedom. So think about where you play with that. I mean, what is the biggest priority in your life? Are you stressed out? You shouldn't be stressed with God more than you. I mean, you might have some days, but nothing more than God won't use to mold you and to use to build you up and you can't deal with. So I urge you all, get spirit filled, bear fruit, because we got a lot of evil and a lot of hard times ahead of us here. The devil is looking bad, man. We have incompetent leaders. We, look at everything. In 4 months, our lives have been turned around. Over what? It's because we're not looking to God, and our nation is not spirit filled no more. Remember, time may go on, but your life may not. Enjoy.